Hello everyone, I'm Dex from Dexsoft Games. In this video I will show you the basic functionality of our Arcana character. First thing you need to do is to make an empty project with a third-person map template in Unreal Engine. I already downloaded the Arcana character from the Epic Game Store and it's ready to be used. First thing you need to do is to set game mode override to BP_Arcana game modes in the world settings, then simply press play and she is ready. We provided a basic blueprint for her, just to show her movements and a couple of other things like speech and facial animations. When I press M, she starts to speak montages which I entered in a variable like letter array. I will show you where you can find that variable so you can put your own words and try to get her to speak. Here is the speaking functionality. And if you open macro get letters from word, you will find variable word to say and you need to write your world. Usually in animations you should write only vowels. If we look at this example, we wrote just love you, which represents I love you, and if I close this, then run our level and press M, Arcana will say I love you. When you press the F key, you can see all the facial montages randomly played. All the facial expression and speech can be controlled in Animation Blueprint with different slots. We created two slots, one for the head and one for the face. We had to use different slots because there are some differences in facial expressions and speech. For speech there is no head movement, so I could do all animations on face bone, but for facial expressions the base bone is her head. Here are the head and face slots for expressions and speech. We use a layered blend per bone. We created cached poses for the upper body, head and face. And here we blend them in our output pose, so every montage you make for face expression will go to the head slot, and every speech montage will go to the face slot. Okay, so the only thing you need to do when you use these montages is to select the appropriate slot where this montage will play. Here in any facial expression montage you need to select the head slot. And for any speech animation you need to select the face slot. If I play the level, we will see that our character is blinking with eyes, and this is also done with the face slot. If I find the blink montage and open it, we can see that the face slot is selected. I will show you where that is in the blueprint. I used a set timer by event to call the event I blink, which will run every 2 seconds. If you need shorter time, just write another value in the time field. If you want her to blink all the time, you need to check the looping option. About the animations, we provided several face expressions, letters and some basic animations. A couple of idle animations. We have some jumps and we have 3 talking animations, so you can blend your letter animations with the talk animations and make a complete cutscene with talking. Also, she is 100% compatible with all mannequin animations, so whenever you find animation which is compatible with mannequin, it will also work here without any retargeting. As you can see here, this is the original mannequin animation. Without retargeting we can simply change the mesh and the animation will play. Also, we provided a retargeter in the rigs folder. With this retargeter you can retarget any animation or any character to Arcana. First select the source character with its IK rig. Then select the Arcana mesh and IK rig, and then just find the animation you want to convert from Asset Browser. Furthermore, we provided a control rig to modify any animation you just retarget. If we take it out and select any controller, we will see that it is fully functional. Control rig is exactly the same as a mannequin control rig, so if you worked with it, you would not have any problems using this one too. We use two meshes for Arcana. One for body and one for her hair. The hair has its bone structure and it is set to react to physics. For ponytail and band, we attached the hair with a hair socket and added it to the skeleton structure. If you want to use different hairstyles, just be sure to use the same collision settings which we used here for capsule, body and hair. For example, the hair needs to have physics only and world dynamics with these settings. The mesh needs to have these settings: collision enabled, query and physics body. For the capsule component we need to ignore only spawn, because for the hair we must ignore a collision with the capsule component. In ponytail physics assets we have several bones for ponytail and for bangs, and they all have physics enabled. First one needs to have physics type default. And the rest of the bones are set to simulated. Make sure to set some restrictions on physical bodies and you are good to go. I will show you how many facial bones she has. For the cheek, we have two bones, left and right. For eyelids, we used upper and lower. Okay, we also have eyebrows. Each eyebrow has 3 bones. Here is the jaw, which you can simply open. For lips, each side of a lip has 3 bones, so we can make facial expressions easier. Let's try to make a simple expression by moving a few bones. Of course you will need to record all these keyframes and save new sequences to use it in your game. I will not show it here in this example because this is just a presentation of facial bones. One more thing, if any animation does not look exactly the same on Mannequin and on Arcana, you can always retarget it with the provided Retargeter and get better movements, rather than using the original one. This is because every model has its own body type, so it is impossible that every animation looks the same on every character. This would be it. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.